So if you stepped outside today, September 9th, 2025, you probably felt it. A really big shift in the weather. Yep, widespread rain has arrived, and in this breakdown, we're going to get into the pretty unusual atmospheric events that are causing all of it.
Okay, let's just jump right into the most important question on everyone's mind. What is the deal with all this rain? Why is it so widespread? And in some places, why is it coming down so intensely today? Well, the short answer is that our usual wind patterns have been completely thrown for a loop. But what's really fascinating is that this isn't coming from a single storm. Nope, it's actually a combination of three separate weather events all coming together at once. So, what exactly are these three atmospheric drivers? Let's break them down. Here are the three key players on the field. First, we've got an upper air circulation just kind of lingering near Odisha. Second, and this is a big one, a brand new circulation has just spun up over the Gulf of Mannar. And third, the weakened leftovers of an old low-pressure system from Gujarat are still in the mix, still having an effect. Now, what's so important here is how these three systems are interacting. Together, they're creating what meteorologists call wind instability, which is basically the perfect recipe for rain. Think of it like you're stirring a big pot. You have winds coming from different directions at different speeds, creating all this turbulence that's just perfect for helping clouds form and grow over a huge area. And the impact of all this instability, it isn't just limited to Tamilnadu. This is a major weather event for the entire southern peninsula. You can see the effects are being felt all across the region. Kerala and Karnataka are seeing alerts from moderate to heavy rain in major areas like Idukki and Bangalore. Things get more intense over in Andhra Pradesh, with widespread heavy rain expected. But take a look at Telangana. That's where some of the most intense downpours are forecast, with warnings for very heavy rain in cities like Hyderabad. All right, now let's zoom back in on Tamil Nadu and really see how all this rain is going to be spread out across the state, from the heaviest downpours all the way down to the lighter showers. First up, let's talk about the areas with the highest alert level. There's a specific warning out for very heavy rain in a few select pockets of the state.
Tiruvannamalai, Kallakurichi, Salem, and the Valparai region, these are the 4 spots that have been singled out for the highest rainfall. So if you're in one of these locations, you should definitely be prepared for some very heavy downpours today.
Now, beyond those very specific warnings, a much, much larger part of the state can expect widespread, moderate to heavy rain throughout the day. And this covers a huge area. We're talking about most of the northern and western districts, including places like Coimbatore and Erode, and the central districts like Trichy and Karur too. Even parts of the Delta and some of the southern districts are forecast to get some significant rain. So that makes you wonder, right? If all the focus is on the north and central parts, does that mean the southernmost districts like Kanyakumari and Tirunelveli are going to miss out on the rain completely? Nope, not entirely. The southern districts will still see rain, but it's probably going to be lighter. And here's why. That circulation down in the Gulf of Mannar is causing something called wind convergence. Just picture winds colliding and forcing all that moist air upwards to create rain clouds. The really critical part, though, is that this collision point is happening further inland. So because that main rain-making engine has moved away from the coast, those southern coastal areas are only forecasted to get some light to moderate showers. So we've covered the mechanics, we've covered the regional forecasts. Let's wrap this up with the single most important thing to take away from today's weather. Here it is. The key thing to remember is that this isn't just one storm. It's the unique combined impact of 3 separate systems: the circulation near Odisha, that new one in the Gulf of Mannar, and the remnants from Gujarat, all working together in concert to create today's widespread rain. So we get the why and the what of today's weather, but that leaves us with one final, really big question to think about. Just how long is this sudden, complex weather pattern going to last? That's what we'll all be watching for in the days ahead.